If you believe that eating eggs every morning is enough to protect your muscles after age 75, I want to gently challenge that idea. Eggs are healthy. They contain high-quality protein and important nutrients. I recommend them often, but for many adults over 75, eggs alone may not fully protect muscle strength. I'm speaking specifically to those of you in your mid-70s, 80s, and beyond. At this stage of life, your body handles protein differently than it did at 60 or even 70. In 2023, research published in the Journal of Nutrition examined how adults over 75 respond to dietary protein. The findings were clear. Even when total protein intake was adequate, improvements in grip strength, ability to rise from a chair, and balance stability were limited unless other supportive nutrients were present. In my surgical practice, I see this every week. I review scans that show muscle thinning. I watch patients struggle to stand from a seated position. Many tell me, "But doctor, I eat eggs every day." The issue is something called anabolic resistance. In simple terms, your muscles become less responsive to protein as you age. It is not just about how much protein you eat. It is about how well your muscles respond to it. Certain fruits may help improve that response. Some support better blood flow to muscle tissue. Others reduce low-grade inflammation. A few appear to activate key cellular signals that help muscle cells use protein more effectively. Today, I will rank 5 fruits from least to most powerful for supporting muscle protein response after age 75. One of them activates an important pathway inside your muscle cells that researchers are studying closely. Before we start, tell me your age in the comments and whether you feel stronger or weaker than you did 2 years ago. Let's begin with fruit number 5. Number 5. Jackfruit. Most people over 75 have either never heard of jackfruit or assume it is just another sweet tropical fruit. It is often overlooked. That is a mistake. Jackfruit is surprisingly supportive when it comes to muscle health. Now, you may be thinking, "Doctor, it only has a few grams of protein per cup." That is true. On its own, it is not a high-protein food. But here's what makes it powerful. Jackfruit contains all essential amino acids in small but meaningful amounts. That amino acid completeness helps support muscle protein signaling, especially when combined with other protein sources. A 2022 paper published in the International Journal of Food Sciences and Nutrition examined the amino acid profile of jackfruit and noted its similarity to several plant proteins used in muscle-supportive diets. In small human trials, looking at plant-diverse diets in adults over 70, researchers observed modest but measurable improvements in grip strength over a 12-week period when amino acid variety increased. Jackfruit also delivers potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6. Potassium helps reduce nighttime muscle cramps. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation and recovery. Vitamin B6 assists with protein metabolism. These nutrients matter when you wake up stiff, recover slowly, or feel weaker climbing stairs. Grip strength is not just about your hands. It is one of the strongest predictors we have for independence and long-term survival in older adults. You can find jackfruit canned in water or brine at most larger grocery stores. Ripe jackfruit can be added to yogurt. The young, canned version works well, sautéed with olive oil and added to soups or mixed into beans. Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week. Pair it with a source of vitamin C, like citrus, to support nutrient utilization. If this is helpful, take a moment to like and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this series. Number 4. Guava. This fruit is what I call a complete muscle support package. It goes a step beyond jackfruit because it combines protein, powerful antioxidants, and connective tissue support in one small serving. Ounce for ounce, guava contains slightly more protein than an egg. But let me be clear, the protein amount alone is not the main advantage. What makes guava special is how it helps your muscles use the protein you already eat. A 2022 paper published in Nutrients examined plant compounds that support muscle health in older adults. One compound highlighted was quercetin, which is naturally present in guava. Quercetin helps calm chronic low-grade inflammation in aging tissue. You may have heard the term inflammaging. That simply means a slow internal fire that burns quietly over time. That fire interferes with muscle repair. So even if you eat enough protein, inflammation can block the signal that tells your muscles to grow and repair. In a university-based 8-week nutrition trial involving adults over 70, diets higher in quercetin-rich foods were associated with meaningful reductions in inflammatory markers and measurable improvements in muscle protein synthesis rates. Guava is also extremely rich in vitamin C. Vitamin C supports collagen production. Collagen is the structural protein that strengthens your muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Without strong connective tissue, strength declines and injury risk rises. Weakness with age is common, but it is not inevitable. Guava can be eaten raw with the skin, sliced into oatmeal, or blended into a smoothie. I often suggest having it 30 to 45 minutes before light resistance exercise, or even a brisk walk. Some research suggests antioxidant-rich fruit before activity may enhance muscle protein response by as much as 20% in older adults. Now, fruit number 3 is so unique in its structure and function that scientists had to classify it differently. Let's take a closer look. Number 3. Dried mulberries. This is the dark horse of the list. Very few people over 75 talk about mulberries, yet nutritionally, they look almost scientifically designed for aging muscles. A small handful of dried mulberries provides about 4 grams of protein and a meaningful amount of iron. That iron matters more than most people realize. Iron helps carry oxygen in your blood to your muscles. Without enough oxygen, muscle repair and growth cannot happen, no matter how much protein you eat. A 2022 report in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition examined iron status in older adults and found that those with lower iron levels experienced significantly greater declines in muscle mass over time. In some cases, nearly double the rate of loss compared to those with adequate iron levels. Dried mulberries also contain resveratrol. You may recognize that name from discussions about red wine, though I am not recommending alcohol. Resveratrol has been studied for its role in activating the SIRT1 pathway. In simple terms, this pathway helps regulate how your cells age and repair themselves. Think of your mitochondria as tiny power plants inside your muscle cells. Research from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging has shown that activating SIRT1-related pathways can improve mitochondrial efficiency by measurable margins in laboratory models. Better mitochondrial function translates into better energy production, improved endurance, and steadier recovery in daily life. Now, let's make this practical. Dried mulberries require no preparation. You can eat them as a snack, sprinkle them over oatmeal, or mix them into plain yogurt. For better iron absorption, pair them with a source of vitamin C, like citrus or berries. Vitamin C can improve iron absorption by as much as 60 to 70%. And fruit number 2 will challenge how you think about building muscle after 75 in a very significant way. Number 2, avocado. I know what you're thinking. Avocado? For muscle? Yes. And it may be one of the most important muscle support foods for adults over 75. First, avocado is a fruit. A medium avocado contains about 3 grams of protein, not a large amount, but protein alone is not the full story. Avocado is rich in monounsaturated fats. Many people your age grew up being told to fear fat, but this type of fat is different. It can be a strategic advantage. As we age, muscle cell membranes become more rigid. Think of them like doors that do not open as smoothly as they once did. When membranes stiffen, nutrients and amino acids do not enter muscle cells as efficiently. Monounsaturated fats help keep those membranes flexible. That flexibility supports better nutrient transport and protein signaling. A large 2022 study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society followed thousands of older adults over several years. Diets higher in healthy unsaturated fats were associated with better muscle retention and stronger physical performance scores over time. This reinforces something I tell my patients often: the delivery system of protein matters just as much as the amount. Avocado also contains more potassium than a banana. Potassium supports proper muscle contraction and may reduce cramps that interrupt sleep. It also provides glutathione, often called a master antioxidant. Glutathione helps protect muscle cells from oxidative damage that increases with age. Supporting antioxidant defenses may help slow the progression of sarcopenia in a cautious, evidence-based way. Practically, avocado is simple. Eat it with a spoon, mash it on whole grain toast, blend it into a smoothie, or add slices alongside eggs. I often suggest including it within 1 hour after activity to help create an optimal anabolic environment. And fruit number 1 involves a surprising scientific discovery that changed how researchers think about muscle aging. Number 1. Dried apricots. This is the fruit that shifted how many researchers think about aging muscle, and for those of you over 75, it deserves serious attention starting today. Dried apricots contain modest protein, but again, protein alone is not the headline. What makes them powerful is bioavailability and nutrient synergy. In one small handful, you get beta-carotene, potassium, iron, copper, and a range of polyphenols that work together inside aging muscle tissue. Let me explain something important. Inside your muscles are satellite cells. Think of them as tiny repair crews. When you strain a muscle or even walk upstairs, these crews activate, repair damage, and help maintain strength. After age 70, satellite cell activity declines. The repair crews slow down. In 2022, researchers affiliated with Harvard Medical School published findings in Cell Metabolism, examining nutritional influences on muscle regeneration in older models. Diet patterns rich in carotenoids and polyphenols were associated with improved markers of muscle repair and measurable improvements in strength testing and walking speed. Dried apricots are one of the most concentrated natural sources of beta-carotene. Beta-carotene helps protect muscle tissue from oxidative stress that interferes with those repair crews. They are also rich in potassium, often over 1,000 milligrams per cup. Potassium supports the electrical signaling that allows muscles to contract properly. Without proper signaling, strength suffers. Apricots also provide copper, a trace mineral that supports connective tissue. Research, published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, has shown that adequate trace mineral intake is associated with better structural integrity in aging adults. Practically, this is simple. A small handful daily. Add them to oatmeal, chop into yogurt, or simmer into a simple compote. Choose unsulfured dried apricots when possible. They are darker in color, but avoid added preservatives. Your muscles are not finished, they are waiting for the right support. Now, let's step back and look at the full picture. Number 5. Jackfruit gave us foundational amino acid support. Number 4. Guava helped calm inflammation and support collagen. Number 3. Dried mulberries improved oxygen delivery and mitochondrial energy. Number 2. Avocado strengthened cell membranes and improved nutrient transport. And number 1. Dried apricots support the very repair systems inside aging muscle. This is not about vanity. It is about independence. Stronger muscles mean fewer falls, better balance, greater confidence walking outside, a lower risk of losing mobility. For many, it means staying out of nursing homes and living life on your own terms. Muscle loss after 75 is common, but decline is not automatic. Your muscles are ready to respond. Start with your next meal. Add one of these fruits this week. Be consistent. If this information has been helpful, I invite you to subscribe so we can continue building strength together. Thank you for trusting me with your time.